Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. Monday, December 21. Airbnb. Whoa! Ran up today. Up 3.5%. I guess one point was up like 8%, but kind of mellowed out there. It's on a tear. Broke past IPO. I think it was today. Robinhood shows it weird, but there was a big spike on IPO day that was like 160. But yeah, broke past that, and so it's going nuts now. We're now positive on all the shares we hold. We've got big exposure, our biggest exposure on Airbnb. So yeah, I see this big spike to 165 when it IPO'd, and it passed that today on this big green candle. I was watching this thing run. So on the Webull account, we've got 10 shares, average price here at 152. We're positive $100 on those. On our long term on the Robinhood, we've got 10 shares, positive 57 on those because we higher cost basis 149. Yeah, I'm holding these. Once it seems like it's kind of at a top, or at least a reversal, maybe not a top because that might just be consolidation. I'm going to trim some because we also have these. I've got 100 shares on a Morgan Stanley account, and these I got at the IPO price of $68. So 6,800 to 16,300. This so far this year I think has been our best play. It had nothing to do with my trading. It had everything to do with just being right place, right time, and fortunate enough to pay attention to my emails. But yeah, so this one we'll bring over to the Robinhood, the long term. And then once it seems like it's kind of settling down or gonna come down, then we'll sell. I'll probably sell, trim some of the position here. Probably cut out 10 of these shares at least. And then on Webull, same deal. I'll probably sell out. Such a sellout. Probably sell out once it's looks like it's gotten all the juice out of it that we can. What else happened on our long term here? I sold Rocket call, $23 strike. Typically I'd only sell it higher than my cost basis or at my cost basis, but I figure I can roll this thing over. So Rocket, we have 140 shares, cost basis $28. Sold this thing, it expires just in a few days. So actually no, that's not. That's next Thursday. That's a weird contract. That's because of Christmas. It's a $23 strike. Rocket seems to me like it's kind of coming back down, gonna settle down a little bit. It did have a big pump today. It sold off after hours and came up quite a bit, but I think it's gonna it's consolidating pretty heavy. So I think it'll kind of probably get back down to this $20 range before it, goes crazy. So I think that's a pretty safe call, covered call. And if it gets there, I can always roll it over, keep rolling it up. Our Tesla debit spread, yep, still waiting for max gain on this. Have an order placed to close it out at max gain, which is $5. The dollar amount between the strikes, that'll be 500. So yeah, kind of just waiting on time on this thing, but it's getting there now. So that's good. Tesla, yeah, Tesla sold off today, 6.5% down. We'll get into Tesla news in a minute though. Sold a call on Give. These ones, this is a long expiration, so January 15th, $15 strike. We've got 100 shares of Give at $10 cost. So if this merger goes through with the mortgage company, then it'll probably rip, and I might have to roll over that covered call if I want to hold it or let it get exercised. We'll see on that. Yeah, Rocket calls. They did good today, just a little bit. But this is such a slow mover right now that these have a hard time gaining much value and holding it. So that's a good time to honestly buy naked calls though, if you think it's about ready to move, because I got a lot of time on these two. That's part of the premium I'm paying. But yeah, when implied volatility is low, that's when you want to buy options for sure. If you think it's gonna move, whatever. Here we go. ABNB down a little bit. Verizon down a little bit. Tesla's the big dropper today. I mean, it says we're up 500, 480 bucks today. That's just because pre-market we were down so much. But yeah, if you look today, this was Friday, so we're down from Friday for sure, but we bounced quite a bit from pre-market. Tesla has a big swing in our account at this point. It's only 9 shares, but that's pretty big market value. 24% of our portfolio. So down on that, Corsair had a run today. If you watched a few trading days ago, we picked up another 20 shares of this. I wanted to wait for it to get cheaper, but then I looked at the chart and I was like, I think this thing's going to keep going. It might not get cheaper for a long time, if ever. So I wanted a little more exposure to another growth. And looking into Corsair, I'm very bullish on this. Really more than probably top 3 in my account as far as where I see it going. I'd like to get more dividend going on though. Wow, after hours up $83. What's going on? Something's popping. Yeah, I need more KO, need more HD. Give came up today, so that covered call was helpful. Gave us more premium. ABNB, of course, ripped up today. HD, just have 4 shares of that. Viri, this IPO play, we might be sitting on this for a bit. Being a biotech, it's possible it might just kind of be flat for a long time until there's crazy news and it might go crazy. I was hoping it would be different. I don't know why, but I'm trying this IPO strategy out to see if it works. I'll give it, I mean, I'm not going to cut my losses on this. I'll be holding it, but I'm just watching it these next, I don't know, week or so to see if it comes back up. With the strategy that we're doing of buying it if it reaches half of its float in the first 10 minutes, it should, but being that it's such a low float and it's like a biotech company, biotech, that it might just be kind of a, trading this range and not really do much. So live and learn, but that is fine. That's the long term. So we're looking good on that. And then let's see, Weeble's doing good. So I want the long term to be more steady and not these risky biotechs. I shouldn't have any capital to put shares into Viri on my other accounts, so I did on the long term. Not typically going to do that because a play like this IPO, unless it's one I want to keep, I'll do it on one of my like more risky accounts, like just not that Robinhood, and then I'll sell out for a profit, and I won't be scared to close out. The Robinhood, I'm trying to be strict about not selling. So anyways, yeah, SPY sold off yesterday after hours and then kind of came back up. There was a lot of weird news, but it melted up today, climbed, grew, whatever. And Tesla is now, let's talk about Tesla for a minute. Well, no, let's finish this account. We've got this ABT call. I tried to close, yeah, and then Tilray tried to close, so I'm stuck in another play. Tilray one has no premium, so I can't even sell it. But once I can sell these, then I'll be good. Once this one sells, then I'll market order this one to sell too. And I'm not buying more options on this account, just shares. So we've got Wish for a swing trade. This is also an IPO play. We're up on this one though. I bought in too early, but we're still up. We're up good. We're up 180 bucks on it. 61 shares at $21. It kind of looks like it's a reversal here, but this might just be a consolidation, honestly. I'm going to hold these longer, give it some time to settle, and then keep going. It's not, none of these red candles opened below the 9 moving average, which is a lot more bearish to me. This one opened up here above the 9 moving average and then moved down. So to me, it's pretty flat. I mean, this is a lower high than this, but this is kind of a consolidation. This is a higher low. So anyways, I'm holding these longer. It's too early to jump out of that one. Annex we're still down on, even though it did pop a little bit today. Now it's back down. That was a mistake, whatever. Yeah, Airbnb on this one looks good. Oh, then AI. Yep, these are free shares, only 2 of them. Could have held these longer. This one I pulled out. See, we bought in here. We bought however many shares, and then I sold them this day, and then just kept the 2 free. So these are free shares. Don't even need to look at that anymore, which is nice. Winnebago, we're still waiting for that. That's actually been coming up, so steady bullish growth. We'll see. I think we'll be able to get out of these pretty soon, which would be nice. This is $1,600 in there, which I don't like to hold. I've been sitting on this thing for a long time. Way too long. Not sure when their earnings are. But yeah, this account, it's finally doing good. I'm trying to have these be faster growers. This one's going to be hard because I'm just going to swing trade until they have spreads and maybe sell puts. But today, it's kind of hard to tell in here. I don't know, up 80 bucks maybe. These are our positions in here. And then on our E-Trade account, we're looking good. So I remember I picked up those AAL and CCL puts. Those came up in value today. Those both dropped down. Even though there's talk about stimulus for, I think, airlines. These were both up at one point 20%, and I might leg into these if they get up to like 50%. They're not huge positions, so no big deal. I did put credit spread on Airbnb before it had that crazy run. So Airbnb, I'm bullish on this one for sure. So right about here, yeah, it was actually right about here. I did a put credit spread. I was like, it might be dropping now, and it looked like, oh boy, that at top is sketchy. But I looked on the RSI and I was like, this could just be consolidation. Anyways, it was a 140, 141. So it was somewhat aggressive, maybe not too aggressive. I figured I could always roll it if it didn't work because I think Airbnb is good long term. And then today it just ripped up like crazy and did all this. And when it was around here, this was at 100%. I would have closed it out, but that'd be a day trade on this account, so I just left it. Now it's back down to 62% profit, but tomorrow I'll probably be closing that out because it'll probably be close to 100. Because it expires on the 24th, which is Thursday, Christmas Eve. UVXY and VIX ran up today. VIX actually was break even today, just with the market coming down and the volatility. So that was good to see that I'm not too far out of the money. These just swing a lot. VIX more than UVXY. But this one's up 58%, this one's up 21% today. Still both down now overall, but I'm going to stay in these for sure. Apple is making EV. So they've talked about that before. I guess that news that came out today. Wow. Right about here, at the end of the day, they were talking. I guess this morning they were talking about it, but then they gave more details later about who are they're teaming up with. I think LiDAR. So this is this news you're seeing, but I think it was earlier in the day because LiDAR was up 20% or something. This is VLDR, Velodyne LiDAR, and then it was another one. The other one was VLDR. The other one was it LiDAR? No, I can't even remember what the other one was. Basically, they just gave more details into who they're going to be working with on their EV. And they both, I think, talked about it in the morning because the stocks were up, and then there was more details later, and so it's starting to pick up here from that. And as you see, Apple as well starting to run up. I'm not thinking Apple as an EV company will be as good as Tesla by any means. So I'm just kind of playing this one, not adding anything to long term or anything like that. But I did pick up a laser. That's what it was. Laser. This one I've looked in before. This is the Luminar Technologies. I've looked in before just because it's had this huge EV run that's gone crazy with all the other EVs. And I picked up this one. It was cheaper, and when I bought it, it looked better on the RSI, honestly. On the daily, it was below 70 compared to LiDAR. Like, why didn't it get LiDAR? LiDAR was up more, maybe. Yeah, there were a few reasons. Yeah, this one was already had a lot of run. I thought this one had more room to go. Mostly because of RSI. And then it had just crossed over on the hourly chart. The 9 moving average just crossed over with 180, the yellow line. And so I picked up a call. I'm definitely paying a premium on it, but I wanted to get a little exposure. Picked up a call right about here, actually. So is the 15th of January, just the next expiration. And I just picked this top strike. I looked through and this one was fine with me. So I picked that up on this account, a $65 strike, and it's up 25% because it ripped up the last hour, half hour, this. So we'll see where that one goes. I mean, that could be huge news if these companies team up with Apple to make a EV. This one again, if it's up pretty significant tomorrow or the next day, I mean, I've got time on it actually. I'll probably hold it for a bit. But once it's up crazy, I'm probably trying to leg into this one too, since I only have one of them. I can't sell it to make it free or anything like that. So I'll leg into that one, and that should be pretty good. But yeah, the E-Trade looks good here. I'm stoked. This credit spread worked. I tried to do a SPY credit spread and said, you don't have enough money. I don't know why it's doing that, but yeah, we're looking good on this one. And then I might be putting a lot of money into the market, and so I started to paper trade. So yeah, basically E-Trade has a paper trade account. A lot of brokers have some sort of paper trade. This one just has $100,000. If I do put pretty large sum into the market, I think I'll probably just be doing the wheel and probably just on SPY. And so I just wanted to kind of paper trade it and see what it'd be like. I kind of have an idea of what I could make. This account value is 100,000. I might be putting in quite a bit. So I couldn't change this. This is all it was. So I'll just try it with 100,000. And basically today on the paper account, I did it just at the end of the day, just a daily SPY put. So I did 13 SPY puts that I sold at a strike of, can I like open this up to see it? Yeah, so it expires today for a 365 strike. I did 13 of them. It was $104 a credit. There's a little snapshot of it. Basically, max loss 4,000. Oh, that's crazy. Actually, they allow me to. Oh yeah, that's okay. So that's if it SPY went to 0. Yeah, because I would own the shares. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, anyways, SPY to stay above 365, and so I'm gonna start doing this on this paper account, and I can keep you guys updated on what that's gonna be like if you had 100,000 and just did basically the wheel on the SPY. So this one was a little aggressive. I kind of picked a delta, like actually I kind of picked like a 20 delta on it. But it was like right here. I picked it up on this candle, and then 365 was here. So it could have closed below there and it would have been exercised, and then we sold calls. But I think with 100, it looked like with okay, so with 100K, I think I could probably do like $800 a week, maybe $1,000 a week, pretty safely, just doing the wheel and selling puts on SPY, and then covered calls. I mean, it depends on the market, of course. If you get exercised and SPY tanks, then that's going to slow down a couple weeks because your shares are going to lose value as you're holding them. But things go right. That seemed like a pretty safe amount, which was, if you're watching our wheel account, it's going to be safer than that in a sense. But basically, what was it? I guess that would be basically 1% a week. If you can do 1% a week with a larger amount, that's what I'm looking for. Because basically you have diminishing returns. So once you use more money in the market, and I don't know where that cutoff really is or how it works, but you can make $100 into $1,000, or make 100% returns on $1,000. You can't not as easily as you can make 1,000% return on $10,000, or even 100% return on say $1 million. So there's diminishing returns with how much money you're using and how much return you're going to get. And I don't know everything behind it, but I just don't know where that cutoff is. So I'm wondering if you can make 1% a week on a larger amount of money, and I could do that. So we might be doing that. This channel might be transitioning quite a bit, but still gonna stick with these accounts too, long term, and then my more options plays in the other ones. But that's it for me. Hope you guys had a good Monday. I'm happy where we are, and yeah, we will see you mañana. Check out the wheel account. I'll upload a video on that after this one. Make sure to sub up, like up, comment down, make your money happy money. So stick around. Peace out.